welcome. Jenny Lynn Stacy and the Dirty Roosters. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Good.
Hell yeah. Thank you all for coming and cramming in here with us.
It's all right.
Yes. Now, how would you guys describe your music?
Oh.
If you had to.
You're best at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. What am I censored here? Can I be can I speak freely?
Completely.
I don't know what the fuck. It's like a lot of people like to use the word bluegrass in there somewhere, but that is like so far removed. Just it's not true. I don't know. Help, guys. It's like rockabilly, but it's not.
Punk, almost.
Kind of cowpunk, but sometimes
Not.
But I don't know, guys.
Can I ask?
Blue trash.
Blue trash.
Yeah.
I
There
like
you go.
that.
That's right. I forgot we
Did
had
you
come up
guys
with that.
start that up that term, or was that?
We sure
something
did. We definitely did.
Yeah, you
I've
gotta
looked
get that
it up.
Yeah.
I've checked it out. No, I think that's the best.
Can you blue trash? Is that? Can you explain what that?
Well, I have a lot of bluegrass background. Like that's what I grew up playing with my dad. And these guys all have their own sets of influence. Mark is a metal drummer. Joel has like a pretty wide background.
Mostly classic rock.
Okay.
And then you do like you're like country fried 70s. I don't know, like it's just a little bit of everything.
Hell
I
yeah.
like that blue trash.
Yeah, you're
So
gonna
you
have to
did
copyright
coin that.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Jenny.
Jenny,
I didn't
you
know
guys
got it
at
from
least.
somewhere.
Yeah.
No, that totally came up one night Yeah. when we were hanging out at band practice.
She said,
Blue trash.
somebody said blue trash can, and my phone for some reason picked up blue trash cans.
Dude, they're just listening to
They're
us all the
always
time.
listening.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I mean, you talk about something the next day, it's popping up in your news feed as an ad or something.
Yep.
You said
Convenient.
cow something earlier.
Yeah.
Cowpunk.
Can you explain what that is? I'm just kind of intrigued.
Here you go, Joel.
Oh, well,
Nope.
yeah,
Yeah.
shit, I'm very...
This is all on you.
I'm not very well versed on it. I know about 9 Pound Hammer, but it's basically country music, but played in a punk rock style.
Okay, yeah. You guys familiar with Hank 3?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I think of when you said that.
I dig that Yeah, shit. for sure. It makes me
sure.
laugh. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Strange dude.
Yeah.
There's a story. There's like 90,000 stories.
We also played with Philip Samo, so
Oh,
Hank the Third.
really?
Yep.
Bass.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you said there's a story.
No, I mean like just Hank the Third. Can you imagine like
Oh,
The
yeah.
stories
as a
behind
person.
that
Oh,
man.
for sure. Yeah. I was
like
gonna say, play with.
like Grandpa was super chill, and then you get down to him, and like he kind of scares me a little.
Yeah.
Like he's cool, but like I don't know how cool.
He definitely, I'm sure, appeals to a lot of people that would consider themselves in the punk scene or community,
Yeah,
for sure.
There's definitely a hillbilly punk crossover there, for sure.
Hell yeah. Now, how long have you guys been together?
That's another loaded
Yeah,
question. So, okay. So, how long have we been the Dirty Roosters? Shayne and I have been in it the longest together.
There's a veteran couch
3
over
years
there.
maybe.
A
little over 3 years. Yeah, a little over 3 years. And then Joel joined us a year ago. We've come up to your anniversary.
Just about.
And Mark has been with us since New Year's Eve.
I'm still the new guy.
He's still the new guy, but that's all right.
New Year.
It's okay, baby New Year. I like that. But yeah, so depends on which one of us you ask how long we've been. So yeah, about three years. I've been playing for a lot longer. You've been playing for a lot. We've all been playing for quite a while.
Did you all know each other before you all came together?
I rejected him apparently.
Yeah.
Like
a year before.
Like the year before he actually joined, because I was looking for people to jam with, and I just never got back to Shayne.
Well, now look at you guys. It's perfect.
And Mark and I have been running in the same circle for a long time,
while,
and
yeah.
yet have not managed to really get to know each other until recently. And well, I wouldn't have known about you until you'd been introduced to me, because I had no idea who you were.
I know. I was way out there.
Well, the way you describe it just surprises me because I think I've seen you guys once before, but the last time I saw you was at the Life is Beautiful festival. And that was all of you, right? Mm-hmm. And that was just so like seamless, and you could tell there was chemistry there within the music, and it was also, you could tell it was like organic. You guys aren't like putting on a facade or a front of any sort. So
I appreciate that.
well, we appreciate it for sure.
Man, so how long have you been playing? And you just do guitar or anything else?
Okay, well, so I've been playing guitar for, let's see, almost 21 years. I started off on keys when I was 4. I'm picking up the banjo. Like I said, my dad was a banjo player and like played on the Opry and like with a lot of cool people.
What?
And I feel like there's this big old fucking shadow that's just,
Right.
I'm trying to like work my way through. I play some brass. I got pretty good at mandolin for a while. Bass is okay. I just like to play instruments.
Yeah. It's like an addiction now.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I need a theremen and an accordion
Ooh.
really bad.
Definitely.
Oh,
Have you ever messed with the theremin?
yeah, I fucking suck at it. But I don't know if you can actually be good at it. You can
Pretend you are.
be knowledgeable, but I don't think you ever get good because it's so peculiar and the way it pitches itself and throws itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could really hone in exactly the same every time. I'm talking out of my ass. I'm sure somebody has done that.
Yeah, I was wondering if there's
Some
like,
classic.
I wonder if anyone's like known for being like badass on the.
I'm gonna Google that here in a little bit.
there's
I'll
got
find out.
Page.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I don't know how good he was at it. He sure had that arm movement, so.
Oh, sure did. We should do more arm movements.
Now, I'm not familiar. I can't remember. What all do you guys play in the band? What instruments?
I'm the bass player.
Bass player,
I'm the drummer.
drummer, yes.
I play guitar.
Guitar, yes. And how long have you been playing?
I've been playing bass for 10 years. Yeah, because it was just my birthday recently. Got it on my 13th birthday.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
do the math and you know how old I am now.
Wait, you're 23?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Just a pup.
Yeah. And then I originally started playing saxophone in junior high school. Played alto and then just slowly made my way up. I played soprano like Kenny G, and then I played baritone, and then I stuck with tenor for my last year.
Ooh.
And then by the end of 8th grade, I was playing bass, so I said, no more concert band. That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing. I used to play like trumpet and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man, I'm too busy.
We
now.
would do jazz band. Jazz band was fun, but concert band is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's more of an immersive experience playing in like a... or I mean, at least back then, when you first started playing in a band, and that wasn't school-oriented.
Yeah, I was going to say it's fun. I mean, I was like obsessed with Rush. Like, it's weird being in a band. You know, I was in concert band, and then you discover like real music.
Right.
It's just like, oh my God.
This guy looked like Geddy Lee.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
We always called him.
and I played the bass too, so you know
Oh, right.
that adds to it. But
And then I had this buddy who lived down the street. It was his grandma's house, but he'd always be there. And we just kind of went back and forth. He picked up guitar a little after I picked up bass, and we just kind of evolved together. And then just kind of Rush and classic rock. We just all the time.
oh yeah,
I love Rush.
you've been strictly on bass then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Besides saxophone.
Yeah, it's been a while. And
Oh, maybe you guys should bring the saxophone into the group.
We had a conversation.
Yeah.
I might buy a trombone this weekend, guys. I'm not joking. There's one for $50 on Marketplace, and I might have to.
Trombone, yeah.
That's a fun instrument.
string instruments, you dabble in every single kind. But
When did your journey into percussion start?
I don't want to show my age, but
Oh, I guess not like year, but maybe what age did it start, I guess?
when I was 14,
Okay.
I started playing then. I play guitar and bass too as well. Not as good as these guys can, but
oh, stop it.
I'm pretty much strictly drums, though.
Okay.
I dabble in guitar and bass and stuff
Did
like
you
that.
say the beginning of this year or last year? You said something about New Year's.
Beginning of this year?
This year, okay. And you played at The Life is Beautiful, right?
No.
That wasn't you.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah,
Life is
That was,
beautiful.
that was at the beer
I was
stew.
gonna say that was.
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
that was me.
Yeah, all right, for sure. Yeah.
That's right.
I think I tried to
I was
holler
thinking
out
of, I
you
was thinking
guys
of another
afterwards.
show. Never mind. That we've been talking about.
That's the one where I flicked the spider right
Oh
before.
yeah.
Yeah, flick the
I had
spider
this little
on.
spider on my
Spiders.
headstock, and he
That's-
kept running back and forth. And then
I'd have been done right there. Oh,
Right.
Spiders, arachnids.
I like spiders.
That's what you get for playing outdoors, I guess.
Yeah.
It is a risk we have to take.
As long as they turn me into a superhero, I'm cool.
Well, I mean, there's that.
Ooh, you could get extra arms, and then
Yeah.
you're really good.
Yeah.
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 How many endeavors or projects do you think you were in before this year coming into?
Well, I'm in 2 right now.
Oh, so you're still, yeah, okay.
I'm in a metal band and I'm in a blue trash band, obviously. Before that, I was probably in 4 other bands, all been metal. So this is my first journey into what I'm doing now,
Okay.
which I'm really enjoying.
I was going to say, it seems like, from what I could tell, you was enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't think I would. I mean, I was really nervous about it. I was like, what if I don't fit in? I was out of my elements, and
Well, in our first show was They Might Be Giants anyway.
yeah,
Like, it wasn't even our own shit.
Yeah, it wasn't even-
We
it
covered
wasn't
They
even-
Might Be Giants for a thing at
New
Ripco.
Year's, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was sorry, guys.
What other, so you got your toes in a couple pools right now. What other band are you in at the moment?
it's called Stygian.
Stygian, okay.
Yeah, we got some shows we've been playing out of town, not anything in town. They don't like this kind of music in this town, I guess.
Right. What, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of music is Stygian?
See, my
If you could pigeonhole it.
kind of a Lamb of God style. That's my drumming style, anyways. More
Yeah.
of Lamb of God. Before that, the band I was in called Project Menace, I was crossed between Slipknot and Lamb of God.
Okay.
So I've always kind of been, I've been a John Bonham fan forever. So my drumming style is kind of an offbeat, off style.
Okay. Yeah,
So I kind of throw that in no matter what it is I'm playing.
That's got to be crazy playing in 2 bands, especially one as, and I don't mean to sound like I'm blowing smoke here, but one as big as Jenny Lynn Stacy and the Dirty Roosters, and then Stygian. It's probably kind of cool though. You get to, like I said, dip your toes in multiple pools of water.
I get the best of both worlds.
What does
Absolutely.
Stygian mean?
It's a dark place. That's pretty much, that's exactly what it is. It's a dark place.
Ah, nice.
So it is a word.
Yeah, it is words. It actually is Stygian.
Okay. Nice.
Have to add that.
We have a Facebook page too.
Okay.
So we do some funny videos on there right now.
Yeah, I'll be following that then for sure. Yeah.
We don't have any of our music on there quite yet. We just of us farting around and having fun.
Nice.
So were you very into like metal specifically growing up and stuff? or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started out that way growing up, and the heavier the better. I mean, the first band I was ever in when I was 15, we were playing Metallica straight, just all Metallica, Megadeth, a little bit of Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. That's that style of music. We were playing that stuff, and it kind of progressed to Slayer, and then that was about the heaviest I went back then. And then I started playing with other bands. One band was pretty much strictly cover tunes. And we played stuff you would hear off of Rock 104.9, like Trapped and Papa Roach, stuff like that. That's what we played.
I remember I was pretty young when that shit came out. They cut my life into
Yep,
that
we actually
shit.
played that one.
I was a kid and I was like, this goes so hard, dude.
New metal. This is my plastic board.
Plastic fork, yeah.
The cool thing is we started doing originals, and I actually got into the scene where I've opened up for Slayer. I've opened up for Chimera.
Kind of full circle then.
Yeah, I've opened up for Dope. I've opened up for Superjoint Ritual, which I believe Down is when Hank Third was in. They're kind of a very southern metal. Let's see who else. Slytherin, Mushroom Head. So Hatebreed. I got very lucky and was able to open up for those guys.
Sounds
Did
like
I
you've
meet
been-
all of them? No.
Right.
I met a lot of them, not all of them.
Probably not the ones you wanted to meet the most.
I wanted, well, in Slayer, I didn't get to meet any of them. I was a little upset about that.
I can imagine Kerry King just storming off the fucking stage.
He didn't want to. Chimera was pretty cool. They were all about us, you know, all about everybody. And
that's cool.
Dope was all about. They called me Drummer Boy. I thought that was funny because I've been told I look like Animal off the Muppet Show when I play my metal stuff.
Ooh, yeah. Man, speaking of Slayer, they're finally coming to the Tax Slayer Center.
Slayer Center.
Sure.
Yeah, it's meant to be, right? So
I can't afford that shit.
Everything is aligned.
But I just don't like that name. I don't think anybody likes that name, the Tax Slayer.
still call it the Mark.
It's still the Mark.
You might as well call it H&R Block.
The Slayer Center. That works.
That would be cool, yeah. I mean, I guess that would be a good shortening, because I just still call it the Mark, like you said, yeah. Okay, so when did you start playing an instrument? You might have mentioned before. But.
I started picking around on keys when I was like 4, and then in 5th grade, I got a trombone, and my dad was super pissed, and he's like, "This violin looks great," and I'm like, "This sounds like fun though," and he was convinced that I was never going to pick up a stringed instrument. And then I turned 13, and my guitar teacher in school taught me how to play some John Denver, and I'm like, "This ain't bad."
Oh damn!
And I was like, "Dad, guess what?" So I got to practice on his Fender Stratocaster, and then for my 15th birthday, I got my first acoustic. And it's been uphill or downhill ever since, depending on your perspective.
Did you? I feel like most of us, at least me personally, I started out playing, trying to learn certain songs, but then eventually, so I went to like a guitar lesson type situation here. But eventually the guy was still trying to teach me like Metallica songs and shit, and eventually he quit like after a month and a half, but to become a cop, ironically enough. And
Do both of you guys play?
yeah, play guitar. Right now we do like a hip hop project.
Yeah.
Called Mill City Mob. We also do our separate things
With
too.
Woody?
We did play with Woody. Yep,
Yeah, I've
yep.
seen that at Kavanaugh's, I think.
yeah,
Eventually,
yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened, but
I think
I'm sure
my
a
old
bunch-
band's Permasmile played.
yeah,
Good play.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Permasol rock that shit.
I've heard of Permasmile.
But I was just at that point I was trying to learn more music theory. I was trying to learn more about music, but I'm still so ignorant to it.
I have very little knowledge. I was self-taught. I took lessons for 2 weeks and just watched everybody play and listened and learned.
So how many how many projects would you say you might have been in before bands projects before?
My first band was Seraphim. I think we were like 15, 16, and
I've heard that word. I think
gonna
it's
say,
a Cradle of Filth
familiar.
song.
it is a Cradle of Filth
All right,
song.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's where I recognize it from.
But that was like super hardcore, like feminist, angry, angsty teenage
shit.
girl shit. One of my best friends was in that band with me, and we're still best friends.
Nice.
And then I was in. Our band was called Lucid Platypus. I don't fucking care what anybody else says. It was not Lucid Interval. I didn't agree to that. Then we transformed into Platypus.
Platypus, I mean.
And then Indianapolis Jones was like solid.
Indianapolis Jones.
That's clever.
That was one of my
That's a really good name.
That was one of my favorite bands. I really enjoyed that.
What kind of music was that? If you could pencil. I keep saying what kind of music.
Action adventure.
It's hard to action adventure.
I don't know if I can really pigeonhole that one. That one was especially weird. I'm good. There were 3 of us that wrote in that band, and once we put our shit all together, it was strange. It was good stuff. Some of it was kind of like Ween. Some of it was like Old Hank, and it just kind of rolled all over itself. Not terribly dissimilar to what we do now, but with a little more adult contemporary on the side.
A little Old Hank, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of, and not to sound, I'm sure you guys hear that shit all the time, but you do see a lot of the same characteristics as like old-timey, I guess maybe that's where the blue and blue trash comes from, an old.
A lot of it's coming back around,
Yeah,
and
for
I'm
sure.
super frustrated because I got made fun of for it a lot as a kid for playing old people music, and I'm like, well, you dumb motherfucker.
That's
How are
crazy.
y'all doing it
That's
now?
what people
They're
want to hear,
uncultured.
though, man.
Yeah, and that's
Especially
not,
out on the coast. There's a big There's a big market
It's
for
good
that.
stuff. I mean, Will Whitmore, like, love the man.
That's kind of crazy to think about too, is like being a young kid playing a certain style of music. I remember when I was in like freshman year, I think maybe the second week of high school, I mentioned something out loud. I don't know what the context or circumstances were, but something about starting a band, wanting to start a band. This is before we had started making music together. It was probably shortly before, actually.
Yeah.
And this guy who I could tell was, now looking back, I'm like, all right, that he was into the more hardcore, what a lot of people would call screamo, but heavier type music. He's like, oh, you're trying to start a band? What kind of music you trying to play? And I'm like, oh, dude, hook, line, and seeker. I found a guitar player. He plays guitar. He's like, I said, rock and roll, because I was like maybe 14 and a half, 15. But he just turned right away. He was like, eh. And so this is the only dude I could find to play like instrumental rock and roll with. But,
yeah, did he think you were gonna do like just a bunch of covers too, maybe, or some shit?
I don't think so. I think he was hoping for like a metal guitarist of some sort, which later I did start playing metal.
Yeah, he did play in a metal band.
But yeah, at that point, I could feel the embarrassment just rush over me. You're just like, oh, all right, forget it. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. So that's just weird hearing that, like, you're actually playing this, a certain style of music, and like you said, get some shit for it when you're younger, and now it's like...
And now it's super, super cool.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
That's just kind of what I played just normally. Like, I grew up in a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, yeah.
I played old rock and roll, Elvis Presley and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then coming and playing along to Jenny's songs, turns out really good.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you. He writes we actually play one of his songs now. He writes really good songs, but I didn't find out until like last year.
Like lyrics as well?
Yeah.
You can do this? Why didn't you tell me?
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I was like, come on, man.
We'll have to play. We'll play Soaker.
We will.
Where did you grow up, if you don't mind me asking?
Like
What state? I mean,
North Central Iowa.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice.
I still think
By
we're
Fort
related.
Dodge. You want it?
I still think we're related. I'm gonna figure it out. Our families are both like butted up side by side, like.
Yeah, she has family up in Webster County or
Like
Webster City.
and Camrar and like
Yeah, that's
all
great.
like Stanhope and shit.
When did you guys first start playing music together? I mean, because you made it earlier sounded like you guys had been playing.
3 years ago, yeah,
About
that's
3 years ago.
first time I met her.
Because Harper was a BB.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Feels like a lot longer. We've been through a lot. We've been through
Does
a
kinda,
lot.
yeah.
We've gone and done some weird things.
Yeah, that 3 years will fly by too.
It does.
Man, now what was your introduction? Like, at what age did you start playing and get
I don't
interested?
know, 12 or 13 maybe, something like that.
So, and back then you started playing like Elvis stuff and.
No, Motley Crue,
Okay,
Guns N' Roses, shit like that.
nice.
But I guess my grandma had listened to Elvis and all those other Jerry Lee Lewis and all that.
So you had that respect, obviously, for
Yeah, dude, it's in my fucking
timeless
brain.
music,
It's in
basically. Yeah,
you
yeah.
Pull one of my hairs, it'll be in there when they check it. It's weird. It works great with Jenny's songs. A lot of it. I just played. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds by this. I mean, you probably progressed in the styles that you grew into on the guitar, right? I mean,
No, I didn't progress at all. I should be way better. For as long as I've been playing, I should be really, really good. But
Well, how long?
Okay.
How many years has it been then?
like, I don't know, 30 years. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it sounds like it live. I'll say that. Like, you guys are really like so tight. Do you? I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't mind divulging, I mean, I'm guessing you guys had to rehearse a good amount, right?
As
Or are
much
you
as
just-
time allowed.
Yeah.
As much as time allowed.
Because it sounds so tight. Like the last time I heard it, I was like, "This is like." Did you guys play at Dawn and On at one point?
Last year.
Last year we
I
did.
don't know if it was last year then that I was there.
We didn't have a bass player either.
No,
That was the only year?
That was a weird limbo. Yeah, that was the only year.
Okay, gotcha.
Sad.
Maybe it wasn't last year, but I guess I went to Dawn and On Festival at one point, like a few years ago, For some reason, maybe you guys had went there at least. Maybe I'd seen you guys, but... Are you gonna play again? What? Oh yeah,
It's already over.
it's already over now. Yeah,
There were a
I
few
seen
people who thought we were playing Dawn and On, and I'm like,
I'm sure there's
No,
a lot
not
more
this
that
year.
were hoping. I mean,
that's all right. We got some good stuff coming up next month.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
It
they-
seems like. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It seems like you all come from like different backgrounds in music in the sense like you heard or went to a lot of different things. Like you said earlier on, your grandma would like play the old stuff. That was one.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
just when you
sure.
start playing, you're getting into like Motley Crue and everything. You get like that knowledge of all different types of music. So that's probably why it's hard to like pinpoint talking about your own sound. Because yeah, it's very diverse, I suppose.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to coin that phrase, though. Trademark the term.
I know. I'm gonna. I'll
trash, yeah.
I'll put it on my list for
Gene
things to
Simmons
do.
probably already has it.
Oh God.
Blue trash.
I think I know a guy who
I-
retired from the patent office, so I got an in.
Ooh. There you
I'll
go.
take Gene Simmons on any day. I'd fight him. He can't have that name. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not
A huge legal battle will ensue. And
No, I straight up punch him in the nuts. It'd be fine.
Yeah, he's a puke. And I loved Kiss growing up, man. He was a huge Kiss fan.
I think that was my first concert. I mean, I know it was probably like 2000, early 2000s or something like that. But I'm sure at that point they weren't kicking as much ass as they were back in the day. But
Oh, back in when they were starting out, Kiss was badass. By the 90s or 2000, oh man.
yeah, I mean, if you eventually get a reality show, I mean,
No, you got
What are you looking
you guys remember that movie Detroit Rock City?
Hell
for? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That movie's ridiculous. I forgot about it for a while.
he's like, I swear, please get me out of this. I won't ever pull my pork or something. Like, I won't ever pull when the dogs are about to eat his ass.
Thank you.
Man, that movie wasn't that one Edward kid in it
For long?
for long. Or something?
Yeah, I think he was,
I
right?
was coming
The
back.
I
kid
can't
from
remember.
Yeah, I don't
kid
know.
from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in
Absolutely.
there.
I heard
Yeah.
he's like coming out on some new shit, some new.
I heard he was coming out on Terminator like the next one.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
I'm sure he's gotten a trainer and stuff. I mean, unless he's going in, it's that timeline where he's just kind of giving up on life. or something.
Right.
I haven't seen him lately though. I've only seen like the horror shots, that they put out. But
He's
you
gonna
said,
be upset when he sees this.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh for sure,
Yeah, the blowback's gonna be crazy.
yeah. Well, that would be kind of awesome actually.
We'll have him on. We'll have him on the
You
podcast.
said something about you got something in the works, right?
We got some shows next month and one in September. We're working on an album right now.
Nice.
Really excited for that. Do we have a title yet? Involuntary Hillbilly. I was gonna run that by you guys first.
I like it.
You heard it here first.
Dude,
That's
this
it.
is significant, dude. It's just getting ran
Involuntary
by
hillbilly.
on the podcast. That's okay.
That's right.
I mean, you don't have to divulge, too many ideas if you don't want to.
Oh no, it's fine.
But you guys already been working on like
Yeah, watch out for
physically
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
rehearsing and practicing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Usually.
yeah, we got most of the drums and everything done.
Yeah, I got a few more. I got a
You
few
and
more
you are
songs.
coming over to my house next week to
I won't say
finish up.
drums, I'd say bass, but
You're leaving Sunday, right, for vacation?
Saturday, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Vacation.
Yeah,
He's going on vacay.
What?
sounds fun.
Where are you going on vacation?
up to the East Coast.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Will you bring me back a
Connecticut?
seashell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Like the coast of the east, or
Yes,
like just
out
kind
to
of more inland.
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Oh, I love
I've
it
never
up there.
been.
Yeah.
Never been to New England. Farthest east I've ever been is Cleveland. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
really
Oh, it's so
Sorry,
nice
it's
out
wet
there.
legs.
There's
I'm white.
New Hampshire. That's the furthest I've been. New Hampshire.
there's a lighthouse right outside of Oxford, PA, like kind of up in that area. If you get a chance to go that way, also stop at a Wawa.
Yes.
A Wawa?
Yes, Wawa.
Absolutely. No,
See,
it's
the-
really nice out there.
The East Coast, I feel like when I think about, because I've thought about maybe I should take 5 days off next year or something like that. I want to go to Florida mainly first. That's my first place. Florida 1 year at least.
For manatees, right?
Well, no, I've never swam
I
with like
swam
sea
with-
Oh,
life.
but
Like
I haven't either, but you should. I mean,
Yeah, that would, like dolphins too. If you can swim with dolphins on
dolphins will fuck you up. Manatees will just kind of fluffle
Yeah,
you.
the dolphins will rape you, dude.
What?
Dolphins
See,
will straight
manatees
up.
look scary. You're kind
manatees-
of my whole.
Let a dolphin rape me.
Oh my
They do
God!
They do that.
I'd take
Cornholed
one
by
for
a
science.
freaking dolphin. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
This is who the fuck are you?
Well, I'm just thinking
is
for
new
Disneyland. I just want to go on It's a Small World for the last time.
No, that's fair.
You guys are talking about.
No, manatees are super cool. They're super
Maybe I
chill.
will go fuck a dolphin.
Well, the minute
They got mad. They would whoop your ass.
What, a manatee?
Yeah.
I mean, they got
don't get
huge
mad.
fangs,
That-
man.
No, manatees.
Tusks,
They
right?
do not have tusks. They're like big gray floating potatoes.
Oh yeah, it's
Am I
only
talking
the
about walrus?
Yeah, the manatees have like the fucking.
I got the wrong animal. You know, and I have Wild
Please don't
Boys
go fuck
season
with
1
walrus.
through 3, so I should know, but
Wait, will the manatees try to fuck you?
No, they're really
tried to-
I
they're
feel like they could.
they're really playful and they're really shy and they're super chill and they're like, if I were an animal, that's probably what I would be. It's like a bucket list. I have to go. I've been to Florida like several times, but I haven't swam with the manatees, and I really want to do that.
Have you guys played in Florida as a band yet?
We have not, as a band, played out. I've played outside of the QC.
I never played in Florida.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've played in England. There's my big claim. Like, no,
You played in
Florida
England?
sucks.
it was super
actually.
low key, like super low key chill. Like it wasn't. I played my guitar in a cafe, like on the spot.
You know,
Yeah.
Frank Turner.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen him a couple times, but as soon as you said that, I was like,
I love
wonder
Frank
if you
Turner.
played with Frank Turner.
I love
You
Frank
know,
Turner. I
like-
wish. Oh my god, I'd cut my legs off.
Oh, that'd be
do you
so
like,
fucking
do you
sweet.
beans on toast?
Beans on Toast, yeah. And they, Mitch and Woody introduced me to them.
Me too.
actually.
That's some solid stuff. He makes me laugh.
Yeah, there's a lot of humor in his music, and that's what I like.
Splash of almond.
That's usually what catches my interest in music is like a humor or some sort of comedic sense to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But of course, I do like that heavy, seriously angry type shit. Of course, you know.
That's what's great about Jenny. She has all that stuff.
Exactly.
Shit that makes me
Yeah.
laugh and then makes me cry.
I don't make you cry.
No, your songs do.
Do they really?
Sometimes.
I'm sorry.
No.
Sometimes. In a good way.
Oh, well, all right.
Like getting
Yeah.
Hey,
Rape
can
that
Harbor
dolphin.
still be... Shut the fuck up with the dolphin. Can Harbor still be my flower girl? I need 2 flower girls. Sorry, sidebar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, no, my arm hurts. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't think she's booked.
Perfect. We'll talk about it later. It just popped into my head and I felt the need to ask.
So this is probably gonna might sound like a dumb question. Do you guys, is it all DIY, or do you have somebody separately that's booking shows, or are people just contacting you guys and being like,
That's primarily how it's gone the last few years. There's a few I've reached out for. He talks to people sometimes. I mean, we all kind of, if there's an opportunity and we have a good conversation, we see where it goes. But I think everything last year, we didn't book a single thing ourselves.
Wow.
They just reached out. But because we've had a shuffle in band members and things have had to slow down for a little bit, this year's been a little harder. So we don't really have anything past September. So trying to patch that up. We're getting into Camp Euphoria next year. I don't fucking care.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make it happen. I don't know how or how much I'm gonna have to beg and plead, but I will do that.
where's Camp Euphoria held? I mean, I see things.
That's out in Lone Tree. That's actually Kitty Corner from fucking Luke Tweedy's farm
Yeah,
for Flat Black Studios, which is
I did
where
not
Will
realize
Whitmore
that until we
records.
drove by it, and I was like, oh, hey.
I have Will Whitmore's name tattooed on my chest. He signed it above this tattoo I got of him, and apparently I'm the only woman with his name. It made me feel a little weird once he put it that way, that there's nobody else with his name tattooed on them, and I'm like, sorry.
Sorry.
But I can't lose this signature. That was my thought.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's not on a piece of paper somewhere where it's gonna maybe get thrown away or somebody's gonna like fuck it up.
I think I
totally
see on a face, you have a Dapper Dan tattoo, right?
I do.
Is that in reference to?
one of the best
movie?
movies ever? Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
Coen Brothers. Okay.
Coen Brothers are so good.
That's what I figured at first, but then I was thinking, like, because I'm not too familiar with any sort of, with anything that's going on, maybe a rockabilly, and I also didn't have like all know exactly what genre you guys might put yourself in, but
I have a hole in my chin.
I was like, well, maybe there's some sort of craze. Maybe Deborah Dan is actually a hair gel or something. Maybe you laugh.
I love that movie. It's like hardcore.
For
so
sure.
It was an easy decision.
Do you guys feel like, and I don't want to have you guys break down the whole writing process, obviously, but is there like influence from other types, like not just music, but like movies, artwork like that? Is that kind of, do you guys draw any inspiration, I guess?
Jenny writes all the songs.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, like chord progressions and everything, right?
Yeah, she.
I go, hey guys, I wrote a song, and then I play it for them, and then they go, okay, great, now some other one.
Okay, yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't really have my process. It's not really a process. I get a melody stuck in my head. It'll hit me out of nowhere. I'll go, hang on a fucking second, and grab my guitar and run away. And then I come back, either with a song or sometimes without. And then it goes from there.
I do be asking these like introspective, trying to like, but yeah, that's why I said earlier, it seems so organic, like your songwriting. It just seems so natural. It sounds so natural. And then especially
They're all
with
super
the band.
on the spot. Like some of them are written on construction paper and like napkins, and then I have to transfer it over because that's all I had nearby. It like hits me really hard sometimes. Like I've tripped and fallen trying to get out onto. I have to go sit on my porch when I do this stuff because we have 3 kids and 2 dogs and 2 cats and we have a full house and.
Wow.
And I have to run away sometimes to try and write.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But Shayne's got he writes too though, so because we do play one of yours,
Yeah.
soon to be more of than one.
I was gonna say, maybe are you guys thinking about incorporating more of that? I'm sure.
I want to because I dig a shit. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I got a few songs that work great.
Nice.
Jenny sings them way better than I do.
Oh my god! Stop.
Yeah, do any of you guys do backing vocals? I can't remember. I've never seen you live.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, okay.
These guys are going to next time.
Yeah, it depends how many beers I drink.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's all right. I feel that though.
We're gonna have vocal practices on
Oh,
Tuesday
dude.
Jesus.
Actually,
for all of us.
them
You gotta, like have a piano there and go up like.
we just moved a piano into my house, so yeah,
Holy
actually we
shit.
might do that.
That's awesome.
It's
Gonna have,
a
like,
nice upright. I like
4-part
it.
harmonies and shit.
That's what my old band was like. Made them do 4- and 5-part harmonies, and they were like, "This is dumb," and it
was that
sounded
name?
so good. That's Indianapolis Jones.
That was Indianapolis Jones.
That probably
You guys-
sounds
did
sick.
they have?
It was
Yeah, that
so
adds
good.
a whole lot.
Did you guys have a lot of
We never played live.
material online?
We did, and the guy I used to play with, I still talk to him a little bit, but I don't think he has any of it. I think his computer died, and it all disappeared, which makes me super sad. I have one song from the album that we made because it was played on BBC Two, and like on this weird little grassroots radio show, and that's all I have of proof that I was in this band.
I feel we got like music just lost in the
Yeah,
confines.
definitely.
That's kind of what sucks about the digital. I mean, you don't ever have the physical, usually, or the digital age of music, I guess. But
I always thought a great thing, like at a funeral, any musician's funeral, play every song that you ever recorded, ever wrote. It would be, it'd be hours and hours of it, of just your songs, and these people would have to sit there, your family would have to sit there and, well, they wouldn't have to, they'd get up and leave, then be like that.
right, once they hear that
person's
one
going
fucked
to
up
hell.
song, the
There
Well,
are-
the
B-side, yeah.
I'd play all those first.
That would be the best tribute, I feel like, ever.
Yeah.
I've thought about that too. It's like, yeah, you should play like I would want some of my shit played,
I want
no
all
matter
of it.
how.
All of
Yeah,
it.
that's a good idea.
I have to delete some stuff when I get home. I don't want anybody to find that shit.
Anything ever really deleted?
No,
It's there.
somewhere in the ether.
The ether. Yeah.
Is that what you guys are gonna do for your funeral?
Oh, well.
Ether?
Yeah, the ether.
I just want somebody to
Cremation,
chuck my
maybe, I
ass
don't
into
know.
the ground. I don't want.
No, I don't know. You're looking at the wrong side. That's the songwriting. I mean, I follow along.
No,
and
we're
make
talking
it.
about after you're dead.
Yeah,
Like-
well, I'm just saying.
Well, I think everybody should do my idea.
We're gonna
Yeah.
play all of your
That's a
bass
very
lines.
good
Yeah.
Just the
You know,
bass line. Yeah.
Code 17447.
Somebody did it.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, okay. Because I probably will request that if I ever think to write a note in my wallet. Like, hey, if I just keel over, Mom, please play, you know, track 6, maybe Sly and the Family Stone.
Dude, I legit have most of my
Inappropriate,
will filled out. Like, I have my song picked out. Is that weird? Is that sad?
Well, what song is it?
Come On Up to the House by Tom Waits. It's some good shit. I want people to be sad. And then I want them to party. 20 minutes of sadness, then party. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
I want people to be sad.
I'm going to look that song up tonight. I've never heard it, but I'm going to look it up. But
Oh, it's a ball buster.
Tom Waits.
Come On Up to the House. Are we friends on Facebook?
kind of an actor? I've seen him on like Letterman, like old videos.
But he's got a great voice. But add me on Facebook and like I'll send you all the Tom Waits.
I believe we are friends on Facebook at the moment. Yeah. Tom Waits. Okay.
The dude that did the Joker that died.
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger,
Yes,
right?
yes. He based his character on Tom Waits.
Really?
On Tom
No
Waits,
way.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. Now I'm gonna have to like look up the similarities. Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
Or there's some interview, some show he did where he had a purple suit on and it was all, he was the Joker, man, kind of.
Probably what fucked him up. Thanks, Tom Waits.
Yeah. He said, I'm a dog chasing cars, and I'm also shooting heroin.
Oh.
Right.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
so what would you say? What's your next show? Very next show.
I play solo tomorrow, and then the 10th of August, that's an invite-only ordeal, but it's this cool little festival thrown by our friend Joe Cavan and his wife Beth. They are great people. We call him Cornfield Joe. Well, because his house is surrounded by cornfields. It's pretty. And then the 17th, that's Garden Stock
Yeah.
up in Dixon. And then the 21st, we play Alternating Currents. We play earlier in the day at Front Street, and then later in the evening at Ruby's at like 9:30. And then the 20th of September, we're playing a benefit at the Village Theater to raise more money for the Village Theater. Because I work through there, like they asked me to come play a lot, and a lot of good friends run that place, and I'd like to. It's such a neat place, and it's got a lot of historical value to it, and people kind of forget that it's there. So I'd like to see it all.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
They just did the floors. They ripped up all the carpet, and it used to be a basketball court. So it's still got all the wood. They finished it. I think they're leaving it that way, which is badass because it looks really nice. But yeah.
I've never been there, actually.
You have?
I've been
Haven't you?
outside there, but
You've been in there. We've played there. Or maybe not. I can't remember.
Village
Oh,
Theater?
shit.
yeah, I've never.
I've been there twice. It was a cool setup. It
Oh,
was.
no, you were
I-
a few days out from playing there.
I think so.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Well, September 20th.
Oh.
And then the 21st, I have an event in the Thunderdome. That's a whole nother story.
That sounds
Yeah. I saw it, and I was just like, oh, sweet, I love Mad Max. And then it was just like,
Not Mad
intro, fuel.
It's this whole big spread of shit that we're doing, and I'm wrestling people.
Oh, like the Thunderdome.
Like, I am
Some
going to
shit.
be fighting people, like, in a very for real way.
I'm going to that.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You have to sign a waiver.
Oh, okay, we're in. Let's go. Dude.
We're gonna go fight.
You have to sign
That's
a
the only
waiver?
places I
She's
go.
going
You're
to be
joking,
throwing the
right?
bows of justice.
No.
If you wrestle,
Really,
right?
guys?
Wrestling.
You don't have to
The
sign a
people's
waiver, I'm just
elbow.
in the audience.
No,
Okay.
only if you're in the ring.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not-
okay,
I don't
okay.
wanna-
Well, yeah, still, even. Okay, I got you.
Huh.
That makes sense.
That'll be a good time.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder, has anyone ever died from that?
Totally.
Probably.
You would think
Okay.
maybe.
Not today. Maybe today. I'm not sure. I haven't looked up.
Oh, so it is based off of the Thunderdome. You actually gonna be fucking people up, or like?
Well, it's gonna be a wrestling thing. You get $2 to get in to wrestle, and if you win, then I forget what they said. There's prizes at the end because we're gonna have like a leaderboard and everything. And there's gonna be some. It's a pretty cool group that I'm in, Muddy Water Mayhem. Where there's like burlesque dancers and like kink intros, because we talk a lot about like sane consent and like consensual things, and there's a lot of people in the community lately who have seemed to have forgotten what consent means, and so
Right,
we've kind of started this, and it's a cool group, and it's adult themed. But I don't think anything over the top that would make anybody like terribly uncomfortable. If anything, pique one's interest.
I think we've seen him perform at, or maybe maybe it was just a similar name at the Supper Club.
I'm trying to remember.
I mean, this was like...
That would have been somebody else. Like, this is a fairly new group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That sounds really awesome.
It's a good time.
Trying to go.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking crazy.
I'll send you invites.
Ooh, hell yeah.
I did think I seen it.
Do you like my goggles, though? That was a fun
Yeah, I know. You're the cover photo. I'm
That's
like,
that's what I
man.
saw. Yeah, I was like, dude.
I didn't realize that was the whole plan. I thought it was just for, like, everybody was taking promo photos, and then there I was.
It looked badass, man.
It's like being invited to a party and being the only one showing up in costume.
Right.
That's how that felt.
Oh yeah.
It was cool, though. It was fun.
The only one showing up.
Yeah, you set the tone.
I last year we had a work Christmas party, and there's an ugly Christmas sweater fucking contest, of course.
Those are the best.
Well, I went in it wasn't even Christmas themed, but it was the only sweater I had that was kind of goofy. And it was like fried chicken, pieces of like fried chicken along like some, psychedelic-ish background. And the shirt, when I bought it, was called Fried Trippin'.
Oh, sweet.
It's like a light sweater. So I wore it, and I was in a line just, full of girls from the staff, and I was the only dude. And I just nobody voted for me. Not even my boss or my coworker. There's people from other locations there too, so it's like nobody voted.
I bet if you would have sewn jingle bells onto the end of each piece of fried chicken, you might have won.
Damn, that probably would have got it.
Next time.
Because that's
year.
more interactive.
Yep.
You can walk by and
You can, or you can like
Vote for
shimmy
that guy.
and jingle. It's very festive.
wow. Maybe next year, and they wouldn't even notice because that was not a memorable moment unless you were focusing on how embarrassing it was for somebody, which was me. Because I was like, no votes. Wow. I'm like 8th in line. So then I got like 5 more after me. I'm like, well, I know I'm not gonna win, obviously.
Well, what could be better than that? Fried chicken? Sweater?
Well, they had some really creative Christmas sweaters out there right now, man.
Was
They
not
did beat
Christmassy
me fair and
enough?
square. I'm not gonna lie. Like they had some really cool sweaters. They had Santa on them and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, would they not want it because it's not a Christmas themed one?
That's probably why.
You know?
yeah, I probably looked like a chump just standing up there. Any votes for me? No. That's all right.
Next time for sure. Do you guys? How many albums do you guys have?
So
one.
there's the one.
What can I say?
It's called Susie Q. But to be fair, by the time we finished it, we had evolved to the point where we didn't sound like that anymore. So it's like a little time capsule thing. We did that at Flat Black Studios.
Yeah, I played on I just joined the band, and
Yeah,
a month later we were going out there and recording.
Yep. Yeah.
Played on 3 songs, maybe 2 or 3.
That was a good time though. That was a good experience. We smashed that out in 3 days. Damn. And then we got on. That was the
There's a ton of great songs on there.
Iowa
It's a good
Public-
album. I mean,
Yeah,
I had gotten it. I didn't play on it, of course, but I had gotten it. And she's like, "Here, take it." I was like, "Oh my god, a free CD!"
But wasn't it the
A free CD.
Iowa Public Music?
Yeah.
We got onto that CD. That was a cool Iowa compilation disc. There were 250 applicants and 22 bands got through, and we were really lucky and grateful to be one of those
And we
bands.
closed out the album.
We
It
did.
was
We're the
2
last
pennies
song
for
on
the
the
boat,
album. Yep. There's a music video for that song.
Okay.
I got to stick these guys in a trunk,
Yeah.
And YouTube.
and we fell.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
YouTube, I mean.
Joel and I actually
in YouTube,
we broke
too.
ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
that was a hard fall.
dreamy.
Yeah,
It was a good
and
time.
the fall is
There have been so
The
much
fall
better
is
if we
real.
had
the
you
fall is real, and
in
the
there too,
limp
Mark.
and
The
all the
limp
other
is
scenes
real.
is real.
Okay, so what do I exactly? I just gotta make a note real quick. What exactly do I look up?
2 pennies for the boatman.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that song.
Yep.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
I'm just. And it was done by some students at Augustana College, and they needed a video done for their class, and they picked our band, and
We just ran around.
we did a lot of running.
Reach out to you guys.
I forgot how that worked.
Or were they like, hey, can you...
I think we put our name in, and then they like.
Yeah, there was like some post we added the name, like just, you know, consider this.
Right.
And it was like, hey, we really like that. We want to use you guys.
Dude,
It
nice.
was fun.
Who was the other band? There was Telekinetic Yeti.
That was one of the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was one more.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I just remember falling.
I was gonna say.
Like we went to go run through the door of the college for this one scene, and we just like biffed
Chief, I
Biffed
out.
like hard. Like I wiped out, and he wiped.
He jumps over the
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can imagine.
Graceful.
Like I went down, and then he like fucking
baseball
home base.
slid,
Yeah,
yeah.
he home based into me. That was, and then we got chased by chickens and people in chicken
Put a
suits.
mustache over
So
the
that's that
mustache.
video then.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
I'm
to make.
gonna watch that immediately after this.
We had a good time.
Before you guys even walk out the door.
We've
I
got
gotta see.
some fun video plans for after the album's done.
See, that song
Oh, I
bums me
bet.
out because on the recording, it just has the solo the way I play it, you know?
I know.
But it doesn't do it. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to
It's okay.
morph it.
You can
okay.
you still can't go back and.
Oh, we totally could.
Oh, I was gonna say. Damn.
Yeah, but
It
yeah.
just probably. What do you mean? It doesn't sound exactly how you. It sound like
it's just
the
left
feeling
out
you
in
get
certain
when you.
parts, but
Okay.
I mean, it works out all right.
It was early on when that was recorded too.
Yeah.
I actually last night recorded a verse with a buddy of mine, and it's first real collaborative effort, like doing the same kind of music for me, at least, other than working with Cody. So I was like, my anxiety was through the roof. And at first I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but it eventually, I mean, the end product, I'm just saying, I guess I can relate to what you were just saying.
Yeah, it's weird sitting down with somebody and saying, hey, let's write a song.
Yeah.
Or let's, you know,
For sure.
sometimes it works and sometimes it don't.
Is it, do you guys find it pretty easy to, like, when you come to them with an idea, you guys find it pretty easy to just pick up as soon as she's like, yeah, if it goes like, you know, da da da.
Sometimes.
That's mine. That's what I do. Not.
She's really good. She's a kick-ass guitar player.
Absolutely.
And she'll play some shit, and I'll be, slow down, Jack. So, yeah.
Most of the time I'll write it, I'll record it, like I'll do a video of it, and then I'll either drop it on Facebook or I'll drop it in the chat and be like, sorry guys, I wrote another one. Take it as you will. I mean,
It's been a while since there's been a fresh, hot off the presses one for us.
I just wrote one.
Yeah.
So we've got a new one.
I just don't send it through Facebook Messenger. My buddy just sent me that track that I recorded on last night through Facebook Messenger, and the whole time I'm like, I hope he doesn't think I'm like sitting here in the message thinking about what to like how to reply or something. I'm just trying to listen to the song,
Right.
But you can't pick where you start from, so
That's fair.
that's
Oh, I send quite a bit of stuff in Messenger, though.
I do too.
Just because it's easy.
Like that's how I talk to all these guys is through Messenger. This is a lot easier than sending. I like our group chats.
Oh, yeah.
I bet they're annoying sometimes when I go on these tangents because I'll be like, oh, by the way, oh, and this, oh, and then by the way, this, and then here's a joke, and also this. And like, I can only imagine your guys' end going,
All
bing,
incredibly
bing,
important
bing.
information that I take straight to heart.
I say about 30% of it's important. But with that part is very important. Mm-hmm. And the rest of it is nonsense. But that's all right. We're good at nonsense, aren't we, Mark?
Yep.
The wedding chat group, that,
Oh,
That blew up on me. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I had
Oh,
shut my
God.
phone off for 2 hours, and I'm like, all right,
No,
time
you-
to turn it back on, and the data's...
okay, yeah. I just don't have the patience to type out to 20 separate people because I am lazy.
first thing I wanted to put was, is this where I posted dick pics?
Oh, you totally could have, and I would have laughed very hard.
Michelle talked me out of it.
Did she? It's because Michelle is very wise.
I would have laughed. I mean, I would have.
Would you have laughed, though, if you knew it was his actual penis? Or would you have laughed if
Oh,
it
I
was
wouldn't.
just some random...
I think they kind of
It
actually were funny.
depends.
They would have been funny either way.
it would be funnier if it was your dick,
Right.
actually.
Oh, that would be-
yeah.
You take the second, like, is that his dick?
That
Or is
would be
that
more
actually pulled off of
outrageous,
Google
I guess,
Images?
I'd be
Right. Or
upset
is
if I
that
actually
Jimi
had to
Hendrix?
speculate. If that
This ain't your dick.
I think 17 foot by 8 feet.
You say a wedding group chat?
I'm marrying this guy over here in September.
Zeke, right?
Yeah. We've been. We actually met at a show too. He ran sound for one of our shows and
At Awesome Town.
at Awesome Town, and he was like, "You listen to the Dead Kennedys, don't you?" And that was like the second thing he ever said to me. I was like, "Sure do." So that was fun. And now we're planning all this wedding nonsense and everybody the wedding party, and there's a lot of people.
Are we playing at that party? I know you.
So here's the deal.
I know you
That'd be
mentioned something.
That sounds like
So-
a joyous occasion.
And I will send you guys.
Sounds like a song right there.
I'll send you guys invites as well, because the reception is
Where are you
officially
gonna-
over at 9, and that's spilling into our end of summer party, which is what we may be playing at, depending on how shit
Not
faced I
technically
am.
the wedding.
It's not the wedding anymore.
Exactly.
So you guys can come, and there's a pool.
Oh, no way.
And oh yeah, oh no, Grace's parties are great.
Oh, yes, they
These
are.
motherfuckers can attest. They are a
Oh,
good
my
time.
Yeah.
Goodness.
The pool is so good. It's so
And
nice.
their cook has been making enchiladas.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
They are fantastic.
That's
Where
our,
is this?
that's our wedding. We're having a taco and enchilada bar.
You got it
Okay.
made. Man.
And instead of a wedding cake, we're doing 3 different kinds of cupcakes.
prestigious location in Coal Valley.
Right out in the middle of nowhere.
The pool looked like Julie.
No one
It is the
right,
best.
right.
It is the best.
That sounds awesome.
Right.
Grace is a fucking absolute peach for like putting up with all this.
That was awesome.
I'm like frantically messaging her randomly throughout the day. She's my maid of honor. And I'm like, what? Hay bales. I've been having to get dimensions on hay bales. Like,
Dimensions.
well, because I need to know how many butts I can fit on a hay bale. And then wedding, they're nonsense. And we're spending less than $1,000, and I still am going nuts. Anyway,
I can tell you by
Hurry up,
Jessica
switch
and
the
I's two will fit on a hay bale.
On a little
Yeah, that's what I
one,
was gonna
yeah.
say.
okay.
That's how we did it with ours. Is we had everybody sat on hay bales.
I'm going through seasons.
I don't know what the dimensions of the normal hay bale. I guess whenever I think of a hay bale, I've only seen one type in my life.
They're about
Oh, the big
So,
round ones, or
Right.
the little square ones are
I guess
about.
Probably
I
2
have
by
seen
4.
You could probably
those two, yeah.
fit 3 asses on there, but I mean 2 comfortably.
Like a hay rack ride or something.
So we're gonna
Right.
do 60.
That's
Oh my god, that sounds.
There's not gonna be.
how big of a fucking trailer do you guys?
We're not. We're gonna have lots of trucks because I happen to know a lot of people with trucks.
Dude,
It'll be
that sounds like a
fine.
great event.
It'll be fun. It's gonna be a thing. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
a significant event.
My cousin's marrying us. She's dressing like Preacher from Preacher.
Oh, no way.
Oh yeah.
Serious?
Oh, I'm absolutely serious. This is gonna be a very unorthodox celebration.
The preacher from the series?
Yes.
Preacher.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be a good time. You guys better
We
be
should have
ready to
like
drink.
Cassius
It's
dressed
gonna be a lot of beers.
So you saw me at Grace's party, the casino night.
That is the most I've ever made you laugh. You laughed so much that night.
That was a good time.
It was a good
That was a
time.
very good time.
Except for the part where I lost to John Vance on that stupid fucking hand that he played. Fucking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show him this and I'm gonna be like, I'm talking shit about you even here. I'm still mad about that.
It was all
Talking
great,
about
yeah.
cards or something?
Yeah, it was a casino night.
It was a casino
so
night.
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
makeshift casino. So I spent my whole night at the roulette table accidentally, and
I played Texas Hold'em
yeah,
pretty much most of the night and got really drunk on whatever that blue shit was that Jeff was making, and it was delicious.
Do you guys all play cards?
I love to play poker. I used to make a living on playing Texas Hold'em online.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
You can make a living off that. really?
Well, you used to be able to, and it was legal in the United States to play for real money. It is not anymore because they don't like us to have fun.
Bastards.
Yeah.
I mean-
there's got to be Bitcoin Texas Hold'em out there somewhere now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
There is.
I'm sure there is.
Every hand's like .0000.
Right?
Actually, there was
Of a penny.
one of my classes. There was a kid that still plays, and he wins.
I won $2
He
grand
told me
once
yeah,
at an 8-hour
he
tournament.
wins way more than
Really?
that.
What do you mean, one of your classes?
I was going
He's
to
a
school for
I was about to say.
Yeah.
No, I
IT
thought maybe
I was going to school for IT networking,
Okay. Nice.
and there's this
One of those classes.
guy in there that he said he wins like $20,000 here and $5,000 there, and
Oh, I don't have that kind of
Yeah,
buy-in.
like
20
online
bucks is
gambling?
my buy-in limit.
online gambling. Yeah,
Yeah.
Texas Hold'em.
I've never been brave enough to go to a card table. I had never learned any like of the card games that are at a casino usually, so I'll just go to the slots.
It is a very intimidating thing. I remember turning 21 and going to the casino, and it's just like, I don't want to do table games.
Even that roulette
I just
game.
do slots.
Is that
And I'm
what
here
it's
by
called,
myself
roulette?
with my buddy, just clicking the button. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
It was
blackjack.
like 2 years ago.
I know it was,
I
but it's
remember.
It literally was. Yeah.
just like blackjack. Yeah, I can count to 21, but then I have to talk to the person. I have to say,
That's right.
I have to say, hit me.
Yeah.
But see, in poker, you don't have to talk. You can just tap the table twice. And you don't have to exchange any words.
Z.
What do you got? Can I smell it?
Rock.
Yeah, it's
Punch.
Fruit
Oh,
Loops.
shit, can I
Hold
smell
my
it
beer.
actually? Yeah,
Hold me here. Hold my
You
beer.
gotta try
You said
it.
it was Fruit Loops?
Yeah,
So,
you gotta try it. It tastes just like a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Oh my god. That's really weird.
can you boof it?
Of course.
I just explained to my coworker today actually what boofing was. That's kind of funny you said that.
I
Oh, I
do.
mentioned boofing at least once a day.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
I've never.
It's like a vitamin.
But
I had to explain to a
Partaken?
28-year-old man at my Pathfinder game we were playing what felching was. That was a fun conversation.
What?
Oh
Okay, I don't.
no.
Should I ask what it is?
Nope. You don't want to.
I'll just look it up later.
That's
Don't
probably
worry about it,
safer.
guys.
That's probably much safer.
Cody, take it away.
Man, so with your, you're currently writing a second album, right?
It's already written. We're just recording.
Okay, just recording.
I probably have. We got enough material for like three more.
Okay.
I just
yeah,
write-
for
I just
sure.
write-
She got
just write a lot.
a lot of songs.
Yeah.
When I first joined, there was like a list of 20 or 30 of them.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get this
And
shit
then
out. Come
We're
on.
like, yeah, we're just playing down Rostock's next week.
I learned 14 of them, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, here's another one. And by the way, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. I'm like, oh my god,
Damn.
I got to get to know these other songs first. And
That's kind of cool though, because then at least, would you rather be in that situation? Or would you rather be waiting like on the edge of your seat, like, all right, what's the next one?
oh, my favorite is we're gonna play this one. I'm like, I don't know how to play it. No, you played it before. Oh, have I? Okay.
Yeah, just in different keys, right?
I know how you said like your first album feels like a time capsule. Do you think that'll happen with your next album? Do you think you keep progressing or anything?
It might.
or-
It could.
Yeah.
This one will definitely be a lot more true to our current sound for sure. But I'm excited.
Is your current sound quite significant? Is it significantly different from the last project?
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
Very much so.
for sure. So it's
Yes.
almost like a, I don't want to say brand new sound, but like a more evolved sound, maybe.
Yes. Very much. That's a fair word.
I don't know. I don't think it's
I do.
pretty much.
I think it's
It's the same exact thing.
No, I mean, they're Jenny songs. I mean, they're
like if you listen to that next to what we do now and like listen to the progression, it is
And I guess
so
I mean like
different.
instrumentively, if that's a word.
What's the one song with like the
Yeah.
4-minute fuzz guitar solo? I think about that a
oh,
lot.
that's 2 steps.
Two steps.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm just like, all right, still doing the fuzz solo.
Is it one of the
that's a
new ones
Jorge
you're talking
solo.
Still doing the fuzz.
No.
No, this is all. Yeah, this,
Demo of.
Those demos are a good time.
it is an
Can you find
awkwardly
those
long.
demos anywhere?
I have them all at home.
No, okay.
Like you
Can't
cannot find them online. No, I mean, I will. If people ask me for them, I will email them the tracks if they
Yeah, we
really
just did
want
one.
it.
So if I email you,
Oh yeah.
for sure, because I'm curious about that too. Yeah.
Dude, we have all like Cujo.
Cujo's on there. YU, which we should bring back. But then
YU
it's gonna
for
be
sure.
like, here's another song for you guys.
Yeah, those are all songs that are not even on this album that we're working on.
Oh, shit.
And they're
Yeah, right.
they're awesome. They're great.
Damn.
We should play some songs.
Yeah.
I feel like
I say,
playing.
shoot, I remember
Okay.
when I first joined almost a year ago, you were just like, we should play Lights. We should play Lights again.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
We're,
yeah. I
we're
love
working it in. We're working it in.
You guys,
it. He forgot. I still remembered.
honestly, if you want to tell anybody who might be listening where to find you guys on certain platforms that you might want them to find you.
Facebook. We're on Facebook. If you type our
Patreon.
band name into YouTube, there's a absolute shit ton of stuff people have put up. Websites being built. We have a very, very good friend of mine is building a website for us, which is very generous, and I appreciate it. Bandcamp is the first album, and I think there's a little on Reverb Nation. I have to go upload some new stuff. I kind of neglected Reverb Nation for a while.
I feel like I forgot about Reverb.
I feel like has it
yeah.
like died off?
I used to love it back in the day.
Oh yeah, and we have Patreon, but there's nothing fun up there. It's just asking for money to help us with our fucking business.
And you guys do have some a new project recording in the works. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm stoked to hear that for sure.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that one I'd like to see it all on iTunes and all the other.
It will. I've got somebody who's gonna help me get everything copywritten. So.
I was gonna say, are you guys on Spotify or
Not
anything
right
like
now.
that?
But we're gonna fix that.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there's a good amount of people, because you guys got to be aware of like the significant following that you guys do hold, at least at this point.
Do we?
I feel like, at least, okay, from my perspective, I'm not.
We have a very
I didn't check the
dedicated
stats, I
following.
guess.
I do know that. Like, the people who do like us have been following us pretty closely. And they're a great group of people. And they're always fun. I love them when they come to the shows, because it's fun when you hear people sing your words.
Oh yeah.
And like, there was a show we played at Redstone Room, and like, I actually like successfully got audience participation. That was with Gangsta Grass, I think.
Yeah.
And people were singing along, and like, I cried a little. Like, it hits you in the gut, because like, you don't. I don't know how to describe it.
I guess I should have rephrased that question. It was more like, you guys are aware that you're very well received. I'm sure, at least, because every time I've heard of you guys playing or seen you guys playing, I mean, there's never any bad word. It's always like, it's continuously good. Anyway, I'll stop sucking your guys' dicks.
You don't have to.
I'll take a reach around.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
complain.
Here we are.
When I joined the band, the first thing that struck me with Jenny was that she had like this group of little weirdos that followed her all over. But, like the most lovable little weirdos ever. Whoops.
Yep,
My
yeah.
favorite kind of people.
They're gonna know you
Right.
called the weirdos.
Oh,
You
well,
broke
that's
it.
great.
Why are you breaking
you can
things?
just
I feel like
latch on.
a lot of people should take pride in that weirdo kind of
Not that guy.
Yeah, that one you have.
Me, I take pride in being like maybe disproportionate and ugly. I mean, that's a good thing to do. Just take pride in that.
Fuck it.
You guys want to play some music?
Yeah,
You guys got your guitars?
I'm gonna step outside real quick, and then I will be more.
I was about to say, yeah, I'll probably step away just so you guys have more room for any instruments or anything. But we can set this shit up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So make sure to check out Jenny Lynn Stacy and the Dirty Roosters. And the Dirty Roosters.
Thank you.
That's right, motherfuckers.
And I feel your fingertips roll over my spine, and then they tiptoe down my back in a crooked little line. And oh, your heartbeat crawls under my skin. Watch my face turn red under this wicked spell that I'm in. Long we ever were to hear. Low boy, can't you see? These beaches ain't for free, babe. Oh, I love the way you bruise me. And I love the way you bruise. And I love the way you bruise. And I love the way you bruise me. And I love the way you bruise me. And I love the way you bruise.
God damn. Hell yeah. That was great.
Thank you.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. Where are you going? Where have you been? Will the powers that be have a hold over me? And I'm living here in sin. Yes, I'm living here in sin. And our lives have drifted, and we were falling apart. Well, the sky shine on me, and your skin sets me free. Well, I don't know where to start. No, I don't know where I'm gonna start. And I cry so hard just so I can drown my sorrow in bitter pursuit. And this world is setting me on fire. Now I know I've got nothing to lose. Well, goddamn, I've got nothing to lose. prefer it this way. Woo! I must be excused. My mind's gonna lose it. Regretfully, I have gone off the trail in time for a better day. Time for a better day. When you found me, I was feeling cold. What could you do to me? Hell, I do not know. But I love you. I say it all the time, and I prefer it this way. Do you need me? This is so way too fast. I'm not the easiest to love. Hell, I do know that. But I dig you. I say it all the time, and I prefer it this way. Oh, I prefer it this way. Oh, I prefer it this way.
Yes.
My God. Holy shit.
And what was that one called?
I prefer it.
I prefer that shit.
We're gonna do just one more.
Yeah.
But it's just because selfish reasons, and I just like to play this song.
What is it called?
Another fucking day. No lie away, just feeling broken. In silence ain't a blessing, joker fucking talking. Now move around from side to side, try not to wake my partner for his rest. I must have bought a hunker down into myself, and I sit and I wait. Because this tiniest reprieve would be fucking great. I'm counting sheep, but these bastards just won't leave the gate. The sun is up, oh, and you know it's just another fucking day. Behind my eyes, there is a buzzing, 1,000 synapses are fighting and a cussing, and then these thoughts start to arise. The arbitrary, useless shit I did when I was by the hunker down into myself, and I sit and I wait. Because the tiniest reprieve would be fucking great. Here comes that rooster storming down that barnyard gate. The sun is up, oh, and you know it's just another fucking day. The sun is up, oh, and you know it's just another lovely day. The sun is up, oh, and you know it's just another fucking day.
not saying that is on the mic. So.
That was amazing.
Oh my God, that was.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
You can play more too.